The statistics that we're reporting today are indicating the level of activity and the amount of support that's been given out by the charity in the last year, and also the changing pattern of engagement, which I think is probably the most interesting part. The level of calls on the helpline have gone up very slightly, but the level of engagement with people face to face, and that's within our branches, our drop-in centres, out in the streets, in the outreach work that we do, has gone up quite dramatically by 17%. And I suppose the interesting point about that is the fact that a lot of anti-stigma work around mental health and the importance of talking and opening up and sharing problems that you may be struggling with has been going on over the last 2 or 3 years. And here we're beginning to see people engage more proactively with services like Samaritans. So it's indicating to us that that thinking and talking about opening up about problems is beginning to take root. From our point of view, capacity isn't a particular problem over the Christmas period because our volunteers are off work, and so therefore we have capacity in terms of volunteers. However, for all of us within society, Christmas is a time of great happiness for some people, but also of great expectation. And if your expectations aren't met, it can be disappointing. And it's particularly difficult for people who may have been bereaved during the year or had a family or relationship breakup. It can be quite a difficult time. And so we would be saying to people who are experiencing it to keep your expectations reasonable. And if you think you're having difficulty and you're struggling to cope over the period, to talk to someone close to you, maybe to use a service like Samaritans for support, just to get that bit of emotional support to see you through what can be a difficult period, and to acknowledge the fact that it can be a difficult period, but it will be over after a couple of days. There's been an awful lot of coverage of suicide both this year and in previous years, and one of the things that concerns us is the conversations that we have around suicide are perhaps not informing and educating people as much as they could be around risk reduction, around protective factors and where to get help. And that's the point of these launches today, is that we can highlight those issues and realise that actually quite a large number of people are actually already accessing help around the service, and that's something to be encouraged and highlighted.